So I'm gonna wait around here for a second and kind of continue messing with the custom vanilla assets mod. Special effects on. Oh, that stream, no one watched that. So I'm playing with custom vanilla assets, and I was playing with the special. The author does say in the description that a lot of the things are scattered. So I'm going to sift through all the menus. Oh, now there's viewers. Okay, that stream must have just been a glitch. What's up, guys? Man, I streamed for like 15 minutes and absolutely no one tuned in. And I was like, this is not right. And I looked on my computer and there was no stream. And anyway, what's up, guys? So I finally found custom vanilla assets for the for Fallout 4. I finally found that mod. It was really difficult, actually. I ended up having to Google it because I could not find it with any search terms on the Bethesda site. So I had to Google it, and then I found it. And then I added it to my library, and then I was able to get it on my PlayStation by downloading it from my library. So I turned on the special effects, which was in the stream that no one saw, which is, I'll go through this. If you guys aren't familiar with how to use it, I'll go through. I'm looking for more of the special effects I can apply. So I'm looking through these other menus. Namely, I'm looking for smoke. I found lots of fire and stuff like that, but I'm not seeing it. So let me review what I did find. Okay. It's not stress. Decorations. And this is where okay, so here's some of the special effects. And then, it's finding stuff like, like blood. This is so cool that you can add this to your build. We can have stuff like this on PS4 because I never expected stuff like this. Blood splatter. Some of them have sound effects and stuff too, which is cool, like the fire. But some of these are so cool. There's tons of fire effects. I do wish that I could find smoke, though. Plasma. Did I try this one out? Oh, that's cool. I don't think it causes damage, even though one of them implies that it does in the name. I don't think any of these actually do damage. Dirt particles. So there's all this kind of stuff, and there's tons of different kinds of fire. And there's water dripping too, though I couldn't get those to robot fire. Oh, I think this is the one with the sound. Yeah. That's very cool. It's so cool that, that even on PS4, I can go place fire everywhere. The possibilities of this are just like absolutely amazing. What you can do with this. That's so cool. And luckily you can still remove them. So are you guys using custom vanilla assets? Because I know I've had so many of my viewers ask me to get it, and I finally had to find it and use it. So, and if not, if you guys are curious how it works, I can show you, or I'm figuring it out, because it's not readily apparent at first how it works. Now, I'm assuming I could use place anywhere and then move these. Let's find out. Let's grab my place anywhere tool and see. Maybe not. Okay, well that's great because I've started to figure it out, and that's what I'm gonna... Okay, so you can use place anywhere with it, but you can't see it while you're doing it. Let's try that again. Let's grab this. Activate place anywhere. So we just got to remember that the fire is at my cursor, and then we should be able to put the fire anywhere we want. More or less, yes. Can I get my place anywhere post back, please? Thank you. Oh, can I remove the fire? Shit. Oh, crap. Okay, well. Yeah, let me, I'll go through it quick. Let me get my place anywhere tool back. I guess that fire is probably stuck there. I should have thought better than to do that. Alright, so let's plate this down. When I first got it, I was kind of confused because there's just all these... Let me go past all this shit. There's just all these toggles And I was like, what are these toggles? And I guess you got to play with them to learn what they are. But, you know, what I gathered from reading the description is he didn't want to just put everything in the menus, because then you'd have like, you know, 800 items in your menus. So, okay, so that was under the special effects. So instead of having a tab that's special effects, he has right here, effects toggle. So what you would do is you place this switch. Now, see, mine's green because I have it on. Now I turn it off, and it turns off those menu options. You know, and that's just because the more stuff you have in your build menu, the longer it takes to open build mode. You know, because I have USO, it takes me 20 seconds for my build mode to pop open. And if all of these were in there, it would take forever. So now those are off. So now when I scroll through decorations, miscellaneous, all I have is the toggles. I don't have the special effects. So let's try something different. What's miscellaneous decor? So then I would put this switch down. Now, I mean, I would assume you could have any of these on and off that you wanted. So let's turn something else. And that's why I made this stream, because you just kind of have to place the stuff to see what it is. Because the names kind of look like just the names that were in the game files. Okay, so here's miscellaneous decor items. See, I've got them because I turned that switch on now. Okay, okay, cool. So some of this stuff is added by USO, but okay, some of it, but no, this is a lot of just... Yeah, this just takes practice to learn what all is what. So the miscellaneous decor looks like mostly tires and some of these canvas tarps. All right. So let's turn this off. So that's how it works, I guess. It just then requires playing with the menus to see what's what. And there's tons of toggles. I'm just kind of playing with these right here. Billboards. Okay, I'm curious about this one. So let's put billboards toggle down. I would assume I could have all these on at once if I wanted to, like, overload my menus. So let's look at billboards toggle. I would guess, you know, is something you want to use it a lot. Learn what's where, and have a place where your toggles are set out so that you can... and one thing you can do is... Okay, so I turn on billboards, so they should be appearing here. Okay, yeah, here they are. Okay. You can scrap this switch, and it still remains on. It's like a constant variable kind of deal. You can place a switch, turn it on, you can scrap it, and it's still on. If I build that switch again, it'll build green, and then I can still turn it on, and I can still turn it off or whatever. So you don't have to have the switches out. Wow, this is cool. This is like, basically, this is a way to add like everything to the game without overloading your menus, and I like that. I think I've said this before. I had one viewer who wanted me to check out his settlement that he built a sanctuary, and I did. And partway during his tour, he paused to open build mode, and it took 3 or 4 minutes to open build mode. I thought YouTube froze because my screen just froze for like 4 minutes. So I gave up, lit a cigarette, and I'm sitting there, and then it continued, and I realized he was trying to load build mode. And that's what happened. So it's cool that he has these toggles. Leave it to tim-timman to come up with something like that. It's pretty neat. Oh, this one actually has a picture. Yay. Okay, so that's what billboards is. Whoa. Okay, so I guess we can pretty much guess what most of this stuff is. Now I can go back to the beginning of this, and I can replace this switch. Oh geez, how long is this menu? There we go. Billboards toggle. Yeah, exactly. And now we can see, I scrapped it, I replaced it, and it came out green. Now I can turn it off, and now the billboards won't be there anymore. That's very cool. It was really difficult for me to find this mod, so tim-timman, if you're watching this, I don't know what process people do to make their mod searchable, but your mod is not searchable, man. I couldn't. I had to find it. I found it with Google finally. People said on my last stream that I could search his name and it would come up. But when I searched tim-timman on Bethesda, all that came up was Swappa. Okay, I'm really eager to see what else we have. Okay, there's a lot of organic ones. There's more switches too. Let's see. Is there anything in furniture? No, this is all interactive workshop items. Let's look at... is that a question or a statement, Smee? Because as far as I know, I mean, I was able to scrap that fire and everything that I placed. Except this fire I stupidly placed over here. Which I guess is just stuck there. I guess my radio tower is on fire now. What's up, Pooted? What is up? I'm glad my stream is working. I streamed like 20 minutes before I started this, and before I realized that the stream wasn't working. So it's so nice to see you guys back here. I thought at first it was like, well, I am streaming on a Sunday afternoon. It's not usually when I do this. Okay, so here we have lights toggle. So let's place this one. We don't need these. I can replace them if I don't want them. So lights toggle. Let's see what kind of lights we have to work with. Oh, meant to say the signs will stay if you turn the lights off or scrap them. Well, I just scrapped the... Yeah, I have my effects over here. My fire effect.
We've got to get the transmitter powered
so yeah.
before I can get back to broadcasting.
So yeah, all of the switches do is just enable or disable in the menus. Once the item's there, it's there. So I turned on lights. I want to see what kind of lights we have because there could be some really cool stuff here. So if you guys are looking for this mod, the only way I found it again is I just Googled. I Googled Fallout 4 Vanilla Assets mod, and it came up in a Google search result. Oh, okay, so this is not the actual light. This is just the light produces. This is cool. This is cool. You could add all kinds of lighting effects without adding actual lights. Okay, but here are some lights that we... This is such an awesome tool for PS4. Okay, so here's some basic lights we didn't have before. But this is awesome back here because here we have... Yeah, I wouldn't do that. I've been toggling one on at a time because, like as I said earlier, the reason I figure the toggles even exist is because he doesn't want to overload the menu, and you know we know what happens when you overload the menu. This mod is Custom Vanilla Assets, DJ. It's for PS4, and it allows us to put all kinds of effects in the game. Like here, let me go to a darker place. Is it dark in here? Here, like here, I can add these different lighting effects. And once you place them, okay, so I can place this light here. That's very cool. And then you can still grab it and move it. And you can use place anywhere and move it. But you can't see it while you're moving it, which is how I ended up with that fire in my radio tower over there. What's up, Mr. Wilson? Yeah, I downloaded this mod and I got inspired to... I figured, wouldn't it be cool if I learned how to use it in a stream? So I'm figuring out how to use it. It is. Okay, so there's not a whole lot in lights. Yeah, I've only been doing one toggle at a time. So let's turn that off. I haven't found smoke. I know there's got to be smoke somewhere. Under effects, I found there's like blood and fire and poison and plasma and laser effects, but I couldn't find smoke. Since there's people here who weren't here earlier, I'll show that again. So what it does is it adds these toggles. Custom Vanilla Assets mod adds these toggles in your normal build menus. Yeah, I like the idea of figuring this out on stream. That's why I'm streaming on a Sunday afternoon. I was like, I could figure this out and then make a tutorial for it. I was like, or I could just stream figuring it out because I haven't posted any Fallout content lately. So in the miscellaneous tab, at the beginning of my tab, I now have all these toggles. So we can place the the effects toggle. and turn it on to enable these menu items. I like this idea. And again, like I said, this is something only tim-timman would figure out. You know, these little toggle switches he does, like he did with Swappa and things like that. And these are genius because it keeps your menu from getting overloaded with shit. So now that we have that on, we have all of our fire. And this is my favorite fire. It's the robot fire. This is the best fire. It gets pretty loud pretty fast, though. And you can use Place Anywhere. I'll show you what happens when you use Place Anywhere on it. It's a little tricky. Let me grab my post. You can download Andrew CX's Nuka World objects. Well, I have unlocked settlement objects, you know, and I have the Nuka World plugin. So you can move these, oops, with Place Anywhere, but as soon as you grab it, you can't see it anymore. So you kind of gotta... Yeah, I could take some trial and error, but you can use Place Anywhere on these. This is so genius. Okay, so that was a recap of the effects. I'm eager to see what else is in these other menus. Okay, well... Oh, I see. You were talking to someone else. I didn't see that. My bad. The Nuka World objects, well, the ones I have, if you download Unlock Settlement Objects, then it adds this menu down here at the end, which is where it moves all your build menus. They give you all the workshop items, even if you don't do them. Unlock Settlement Objects will do that, because I have not done Nuka World yet on this character. But once I downloaded Unlock Settlement Objects, I have this menu down here at the end now. And this is where it moves all my build, like this is my real build menu down here. And so, and if you have the Nuka World plugin for Unlock Settlement Objects, I have all the plugins for it. Then you can go down to, is it under themes, I think? Decoration, themes, Nuka World. And then here they all are. This is all the stuff that, this is all the stuff and, well, way more, actually, than you unlock from playing it. And I have not played Nuka World yet on this character, so see, here's all of this crap. It even adds stuff that, yeah. So that's where you get that. For the best results, placing effects, use Swappa rugs. Okay, yeah, because then you could probably see where you're placing it, huh? That probably would. Yeah, I'm just figuring this out. Just figuring this out. I want to find more, okay, decorations, miscellaneous. So the billboards. I like the miscellaneous decor. I like a lot of this stuff, and it's so genius still that it adds it to your menu without bogging down your crop. DJ, do you have Unlock Settlement Objects and the Nuka World plugin? Because that's where those are from. All the Nuka World stuff I was just showing you, that's where it comes from. So let's see what Organic Zero is. Oh wow, what's up everybody? There's a lot more people than the last time I looked at the stream. That's cool. So we're playing with custom vanilla assets. I'm just kind of learning to use it on stream here. So if you want me to recap something or have any questions, feel free to ask and I'll go over whatever. So I turned on organics. Let's see what we have. This is Organic 00. Unlock settlement objects. DJ should be at the very top of your load order. The very, very top. My load order, my top thing, my load order is armor and weapon keyword commands or whatever. You know, that should be your top mod. And then under that, have unlock settlement objects. You should be the very top thing. And then right under that should be simple green and stuff like that. And then you should have like scrap that settlement under that. And this is just, you know, an example. And then, you know, UCO should be at the bottom. But unlock settlement objects should be at the top of your load order. This is cool. Different kinds of grass. Oh, man. I'm going to be building, like, forever on this. I've been really hooked lately on Ghost Recon Wildlands. Is why I haven't been doing any Fallout stuff. But I got a feeling I'm going to be building a lot tonight and the coming days with this. Yeah, I have bad internet, and I'm sorry for the quality of the stream. It's just the way it is. There's no way around that. My internet, the only internet available in my town is very, very slow. But most people say the quality of my streams is, you know, doable, is workable. So there's that. So yeah, I've been mostly playing Ghost Recon, and I've honestly been having so much fun with it that I haven't really even found. Hey, what's up, Tim? There's the man right there. What's up, dude? Okay, just be aware a lot of the items in menus are without collision. Yeah, I'm trying to figure it out right now. When I got the mod, I wasn't quite sure how to work it, but we're figuring it out. It's a shame that more people can't find the mod or don't know about it. I mean, I would assume because I couldn't find it for the longest time, even searching for it. I had to find it on Google, and that took me to the Bethesda site, and then I was able to favorite it from there. Okay, so Organic Zero is these cool tree pieces. All right, I'm just doing these one menu at a time. And to recap, for those of you who missed it, the Custom Vanilla Assets mod gives you these toggles and your menus. When he says items without collision, I would assume he means stuff that should. Here, I think I know what he's talking about. Let me turn... Oh, shit. Forgot. Let me open back up build menu. And, if they don't have a highlight, they don't have collision. I think I know exactly what he's talking about. Let me demonstrate that. Effects, lights, organic. Okay, let me turn on, shit, where was it? Oh, yeah, here. Let me turn this back on. I think I know what he's talking about. Okay, so we turned on the miscellaneous decor, which is like those tires and those canvas tarps and stuff. Let's turn back on build mode and place. Okay, but that has an outline though, so that would have collision detection. But I think what he's saying. Okay, this stuff wouldn't have it anyway. Okay, those tires have outlines. Those tires have outlines. No, that was a bad example. All that stuff has outlines. I see what he's saying, though. Let's turn that off. But grass wouldn't have any collision anyway, right? Yeah, I'm still trying to find smoke is one thing I really want to find. Effects... Organic Zero. Well, let's... Whoops. Let's turn that back on. I wouldn't expect collision with grass anyway, obviously. I mean, you're probably saying something I don't follow, but... Let's look at... Okay, this wouldn't have any collision, and this you would expect to. No, there's no smoking effects. Hang on, I'll get to that. Yeah, see, this has no collision. So keep in mind, yeah, if it doesn't have, if it's not highlighted like a normal build object, if it just pops up like a place anywhere object with no outline, yeah, it's not going to have any collision. And oh, can I get that back? I might have to move this out. That's weird. It's the first thing I placed I can't get back. Hang on. They're not always... Okay, well, lesson learned. Let's, I just won't save. R.A.P. Stone Foundation, indeed. Okay, they're not always placeable or replaceable. I think the best way to tell. Okay, so this is not going to be removable because there's nothing to click on. Other things like and that grass would be the same way. What you want to look for is, let's turn back on. Oops. effects. You think I could? Well, yeah, let me try that. Does it use the base core components? Unlock settlement objects. I would say DJ. I think you said you did have it. Move it to the top of your load order. Have the unlock settlement objects main mod, and then have all the plugins for it below it. And like I showed you, the Nuka World. Even if you haven't done Nuka World, you can build all the Nuka World stuff plus tons of other stuff that you couldn't. That was what I tried to warn you about. Don't have collision. They're stuck there forever. I see, tim-timman. Thank you for clearing that up. Let's try a place anywhere. Just to see. I thought about doing this at a different settlement. But, well, that's odd. Okay. There's a way around it. Check that out. Okay, so that's what you do. Oh wait. Okay, that's what you do. Place the place anywhere post near it, and for some reason it will let you scrap it. Pro tip. Just figured it out. Okay, so what I was going to show you, the stuff that is movable, like for instance, see this stuff shows the little outline of the pot. So you can place this, and again, you can use place anywhere on these, but you can't see it when you're doing it. So I would suggest moving really, just, well, use the swap a rug, like that one commenter said. Use the swap a rug. Otherwise, you can't see where you're placing it, but it does move. Let's put this back. And these you can... Okay. Yeah, I'm glad, so I might be able to put this stone foundation back. No, probably not through those floors. I had to use some, swappa to get this in place. Because, actually, I'll show you guys how I built this. It's kind of funny. Let me sidetrack that real quick, because this is one of the tricky uses of swappa. Let's go to stone 1. Oh, nope, it'll go back. Never mind. I did have to, I guess this was the combination to put together, and there was some point here I had to use swap it to turn some of these pieces off so I could put another piece in, but that's that. That got back together. So let's see some of these other ones. I do want to find smoke. So let's turn that toggle on. And then let me grab a drink here. You can turn the effects toggle on and scrap it and still have access to the effects because that switch stays on. See, I still have all my effects here. And though I forget who it was that commented that. Smoke's not in here. It's the Mirelurk and Rad Scorpion stuff, blood, laser, plasma, and fire. What's this? Grenade. Grenade. Huh, interesting. Poison damage. Shock. Water dripping, which I haven't seen, so I don't know what it looks like. So, you know, even though I destroyed that switch, and now I can go back here, I can replace that switch, the effects switch. And this is why the switches are genius, because look how much stuff I have to scroll through. If all this stuff was just in the menu, you'd have like millions of things. Now, if I rebuild the switch, it comes up green. So, there's a safety on that, so you can destroy those. For most purposes, it's easier to group select it together with the swappa post. Yeah, he made swappa, and Tim, you helped make. You and Registrator 2000 worked together to make Place Anywhere, right? What mod gives you the switches like that? This is... Okay, this what I'm doing right here with the switches is custom vanilla assets. Now, okay, if you're like me, now I have unlocked settlement objects. So that unlocked settlement objects clears my board here. With unlock settlement objects, you won't have any menu here at all. It moves everything into USO integrated. Now, with custom vanilla assets, it adds some more of these. It populates some of these things back in my main menu, and that's where all these switches are. Okay, not there. That's a different mod. Adds these switches. Okay, so we looked at lights. We looked at some organic. Here's some cool stuff in the structures menu. This, by the way, is much neater if you have unlocked settlement objects, because you don't have the regular build items mixed in there with it. If you have USO, all those menus are down there. So here I only have to worry. This is only going to be the CVA stuff. So wood, and this is really cool because there's floors at different angles. Now they don't snap, but you know. Oh, that's interesting. You can't see these when you move them either, huh? Oh, no, that just didn't work apparently. Hang on. Now I'm curious. Huh. I'm not sure you can move these with place anywhere. No, you must be able to. Because these, as far as I've seen, these tilted floors only place in the ground. Tim, are you talking about the rotator things that you're talking about? I saw someone mention that. Because that would, that would obviously be really awesome. This won't grab the floor. See, it grabbed the nearest thing, which is this pylon. So the place anywhere is working on the normal CVA stuff, but it's not working on the floors. Let's look at the roofs. And then here we have a roof texture, same thing, only it's a roof texture at different angles. And how'd that get up there? Oh, whoops. That's when I was trying to move the floor. Crap. Let's try to move this roof, and then I'll put that back where it goes. The place anywhere is not grabbing these. I'll come back to that in a second. For now, I got to put my window back because it accidentally... That's awesome. That's good to hear. I still use, well, as I said earlier, I still use Swappa all the time. These were a pain to get these in perfectly straight. Well, that looks good for now. Oh, that's fairly straight. Okay. Yeah. Well, really the only part of Swappa I use, the rotator is, honestly, the rotator that we have is just too much. What's up, Mystic? The rotator we have right now is just too difficult to use. But I do use Swappa still. The only thing I still use it for this light. This light is the handiest thing in the world. I use it. Holy shit, I've used it all over this place. Whenever you want to have two objects snap in place that would otherwise conflict with one another, like right here. Now you can't really see this. What I have right here is, I wanted this staircase here, but under the staircase was this ugly rock pile. So what I did was I snapped, I don't remember exactly what order I did it in, but yeah, I have this warehouse roof here to make it look like a nice little thing under the floor, and I snapped these, and Swappa was instrumental in getting all of this stuff to snap here. So, back to, let me turn the daylight back on. Where's my bed? Oh, bed's over here. Let's rest until daytime again. This is really fun figuring out CVA. There's so much cool stuff in there. Yeah, and people have been telling me forever, you got to get this mod, and I would search for it and couldn't find it, and then I'd forget about it. And then after my last stream, I had so many people that I was, telling me to get the mod that I was literally like, okay, I cannot stream again until I have this mod. Because otherwise, everyone's going to be on me asking me where it's at. It's so freaking cool to use. I want to see more of the stuff in it, so let me check out some more of these switches. Let's see. Okay, I keep going to furniture. There's nothing in furniture. We've seen the lights. Now most of the switches, I guess, seem to be here in decorations, miscellaneous. Okay, effects, miscellaneous decor. We know what that is. Organic 1, 2, 3. I don't know what all those are. So let's see. What's organic 1? Let's see what organic 1 is. And it's really cool that we also figured out a way to remove the stuff that's not removable. Now, I wonder if that applies to other things. If you're not sure what I'm talking about, let me show you. Okay, so... Okay, this right here would not be removable. Because it has no outline. So it's going to have no collision, obviously, and it's not going to be removable. But if we move the Place Anywhere post near it for some odd reason... Oops. Wait, it worked with that one branch. Okay, so that let us move it. So we... Okay, that let us move it. How did we get that outline? Let's see. CVA is a work in progress. But BethNet is shit. You can't even find the mod on mobile. Yeah, I wonder where that is. But that's not the only mod I've not been able to find. I haven't been able to find immersive gameplay. I had the biggest time trying to find too. Even searching it, I couldn't find it. It was really difficult. It was not as difficult to find. It was hard to find too. And I never know why, because I don't I don't write mods, so I don't know. That's weird. I wonder what we did to get that outline that let us scrap that one. So you can move these with the Place Anywhere. To recap, I say that because you can't grab them by themselves. What's up, Emily? How's it going? I used tilt floor on a lot of different things. Yeah, I could. You know, I know how to use it. You know, obviously because I made the tutorial on how to use it, but. I don't know. I just haven't. I haven't found the need to... I've tried to a few times. How did I get the outline around that one thing? Well, let me recreate the circumstances. I had it placed like that. And then I moved this out because I thought we were screwed. Maybe that was... Well, there's no explanation. I don't know how we did that. I don't know how we scrapped that one branch. But it happened. So, those of you who saw me do that, keep that in mind. Maybe you can figure out why and how we can do it again. Because that was cool. So, as of right now, I can't figure a way to scrap this, but... Let's try, let's scrap my Place Anywhere tool. Do that. But it needs to be better implementation. That's very cool. Tim, is there smoke in here? Because that's one thing that I really wanted. No, it's still not letting me. I wanted to add smoke to this smokestack. And haven't been able to find it yet, but I've only been playing with this mod for, 40 minutes. Oh, is that... You won't be able to? You mean, is that the smoke? Okay. No problem. There's so many cool effects I do want to play with, though. Let me go back. Okay, so we were looking at the Organic 1 menu. Let's turn that off. So with custom vanilla assets, you can place these little toggles, and they turn on menu options for you. Oh, there aren't any proper smoke-only effects. I see. You can't find the switch mod. Yeah, here's how I found custom vanilla assets. I went to Google I mean, this is how I did it. I went to Google and I searched Fallout 4 custom vanilla assets, and I think it was the top result. And it was because it does have its page on Bethesda website. There's just no way to find it on Bethesda. So anyway, go to Google, search Fallout 4 custom vanilla assets. There'll be a search result that'll take you to its mod page on Bethesda. From there, you can add it to your library. That's what I did, and then go to your PlayStation, and it'll be on my library, and then you can just download it. That's how I got it. So let me turn the effects, because these deserve more. These so far are my favorite part of CVA, and these deserve more of a mention than I've given them. Okay, so under decorations, miscellaneous, and now we have our effects. So let me place some of these down. So here we have the Mirelurk King effects. And of course you can, multiply these, although that doesn't really look good for that one. But you could have like a pot of stew cooking on the stove or something and have this over like it's some kind of radioactive stew. And Rad Scorpion effects. Ooh, no, that would actually be a cooler effect for that. That's cool. Little green smoke. Just really subtle green smoke. And of course, like I said, you can use place anywhere on these. So you can move them off the floor. Okay, Mirelurk Queen Poison damage effects. It says damage, but I don't think it actually hurts you. I think it means that's the shit that she shoots at you that hurts you. And crit alien effects. That scares that scares me every time I place it. That's cool. That could have a lot of uses. That could have a lot of uses. I'm going to be doing some cool stuff with this in the coming days on my channel. Like I said, I've been playing a lot of Ghost Recon. I've been addicted to that game since it came out. But I've been thinking about what I want to do with the channel, and I was like, because I'm posting these other games, I really do want to keep my channel focused on Fallout. So, blood splatter. What is the purpose of this mod? And replace it. Wait. And could it replace a lot of items that I already use from USO? I've seen some things in here that are from USO, but so there's some overlap. But the purpose of this mod is you can add cool like special effects like this. Oh yeah, I saw something about that. I saw that Reddit link. I think I saw that. But like the purpose of this mod, see like this little effect right here, this Mirelurk Queen Poison and damage. So you could have like a stove and you could put like a pot on it or something. And you could have like this over it. And it would look like something's cooking, Or you could. Let me find one that I could think to use. Like I don't know where you would use this blood pouring out to make it. Let's see what some of these other ones are. The fire is the most. Here's some dirt particles. The fire is the most usable because, I mean, think of all the applications you could do with this. Here, I'll show you. Let's put this down. Let's grab my place anywhere post. Oh, it's scrappable now. Look, I walked away and now it's scrappable. Okay, guys, so there's another episode to that anthology. I don't know, but now that was scrappable. So this place anywhere post can make stuff with no collision detection scrappable. So I would place that fire and then see I can move it like, it would take some practice to get it more, oops. But yeah, an example. You use it for effects on things. Yeah, or you can put it on a barbecue. There's a mod that adds body. Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure. For instance, well, I'll go do that real quick. Decorations. This is in unlock settlement objects is where I'm at now. I'm going to go down to themes and down to skeletons and bodies. Let's find a... Where's those super mutant bodies? Somewhere I have super mutant bodies. Oh well, let's just put this shark down then. Or dolphin. I guess it's a dolphin. See, we could put that there, and then you could like have blood gushing out of it or whatever. Of course, you'd have to place anywhere it to get it like. But, you know, something like that, for instance, takes some experimentation. Okay, back to miscellaneous, back to these. So there's the fire ones, legendary poison damage effects, which is very subtle. Radiation. Basically, the use for these, it's awesome because it's really only limited by your imagination, and I will come up with some stuff for sure. I'm going to try doing what one person suggested a while ago. Let me use Swappa. And see if that's a better tool to move these with. Let's say I want to put I've not used Swappa in so long. It's been so long since I've used Swappa, I forget how to use the damn rug thing. Let me see here. Oh my god. Why can't I remember how to use this? Okay, so we could... This is better because this way you can see where it's going to go. So if I want to place the alien effects, if I want to place it... That's a much better way to move and place them, yeah. But if you want to place them off the floor... Well, experiment around with Swappa and place anywhere, and you can, you can place these anywhere. Let's get rid of that. And let's get rid of that rug. Okay. Which place anywhere are you using? The ones I have used multiple tactics like bump this and this. Okay, well, the ones I'm using Place Anywhere and Swappa. Here's all my Swappa tools, and here's Place Anywhere. Since Place Anywhere came out, I don't use Swappa much anymore. Oh, thank you. I forgot how to use it. Oh, man. I feel bad because, like I said, I made the tutorial video for it, and I've forgotten how to use it because since Place Anywhere came out, I really anymore only use Place Anywhere tool and this light from Swappa. Yeah, I know. I should have been group selecting. Group select the post with it, which will visibly highlight the pot. And yeah, thank you. Let me wow, I'm retarded. Let me go back and do that again. Okay. So let's say we want to move... Oops. But it's still not going to show the effect moving. So you still got to kind of memorize where the effect is, I guess. Unless I just did it wrong. Okay, something didn't work right. Try this again. Let's try this again. I don't know why I did wrong. It's been so long since... I never really used the rug tool in it. Okay, so that's on the rug. So if I move this... That moves with the rug. Oh. Oh. So I guess I got hung up on the rugs because someone was saying the rugs. What place anywhere has bump on PS4? As far as I know, there's only one Place Anywhere mod, and it's Place Anywhere. But okay, so anyway, where's the? Let me see if I can figure out what Tim is saying, because I feel like an idiot now. Wow, it's been forever. Why can't I remember how to do this? Oh, that's just to call back the switch. That's right. Okay. Let's just try. I don't know why I can't figure out how to use it. Why can't I figure out how to use Swappa? I think it's because I'm on the spot and I can't figure it out. But yeah, you can use Swappa and Place Anywhere to move these, you know, wherever you want them. So now what's the best way to remove this? Just scrap it like this. There we go. You can use Swappa to do it. I'm just drawing a blank right now because I'm live and there's the pressure's on, or whatever you want to say. Other effects. Oh, okay, now I see them. They're very small, little water dripping particles. Something like that. Let's try the other one. Something like that could help create a cool, dank look in like a cave or something. If you could put it on the ceiling or whatever, maybe. Good mods are slowing down big time on PS4. You know, I haven't looked at the mods in a little while. This last week, wait, what is today? Today's Sunday, so since Tuesday, all I've done is play Ghost Recon, and the week before that, all I did was play Horizon Zero Dawn. I haven't looked at Fallout mods in a little while. I need to get back up to date on that, and I want to. I want to do I should do this like weekly videos on new PS4 mods somehow, or maybe incorporate it in a stream somehow. I want to have regular PS4 mods so that we can do what we're doing now with different mods. So that was the effects. Let's see what else there is. Some effects are better visible if they are in air. Some are now... Okay, that's true. Yeah, some of that stuff was probably largely clipped through the ground. You know, that's true. Well, let me look at one of these other ones. Billboards are the big-ass billboards. Decor is the car's entire stuff. Organic 2. Let's see what Organic 2 is. Yeah, I've heard about that mod, Mr. Wilson. My last stream, people were talking about it, and people have commented in some of my videos about it. And yeah, Volts, that's the number one thing I hear just don't use it. And you know what? I'm happy with the scrap mod that I use. I use Scrap That Settlement and its plugins. That lets me scrap more than enough. Oh, and just today I got a new mod. I haven't even tried it yet. I guess it just came out because it was in the latest, and it lets you move the workshop. I don't know why it took this long for this mod to be made. I've been wanting to do this forever. But yeah, I guess this mod just came out. It lets you move the workshop, which is... Although the thing I don't like about that, it says... Mr. Wilson, I think the reason people say don't use it is because you can accidentally scrap stuff that can screw you over. Some stuff is not meant to be scrapped, and when you do, it looks funny. Even Scrap That Settlement has allowed me to scrap some things where you can then see into places you shouldn't be able to see, and then you can't undo what you've done. The thing I don't like about this mod is it says 500 power. Now, I don't like that because I don't like anything that like makes me feel like I'm cheating. Like, I don't use the mods personally that add extra power or power radius or, you know, other resources to my settlement. I actually don't like that. I prefer when people make mods that just do the thing they're supposed to do. There's been so many mods I've downloaded that like will give you a cool new weapon. Like I got this one that gives you a new deliverer pistol, and it's cool because it has a chrome skin to it. I'm like, sweet, you know, this is a cool looking gun. But then it was so OP, I didn't want to use it, and it also gave me a bunch of other cheat stuff. And I was like, well, I don't want this shit. I just wanted a cool looking gun, so I removed the mod because I don't want a super OP pistol. I just wanted a chrome pistol. Anyway, so this says it produces 500 power, but I see no evidence that it does, to be honest, because my settlement already has 500 power, so I don't know what that's about. But this lets you move the workshop. Very cool. Just don't scrap it. Don't scrap it. Or store it. Anyway. But as far as scrapping goes, what we're looking at, Organic 2, I just use Scrap That Settlement. It's more than fine for me. So this is Organic 2, and it gives us things like this. Now, keep in mind, like we said earlier, items like this with no outline, once you place them, you won't be able to do anything with them. You can place this, but you can no longer interact with it. Now, that said, you can use Place Anywhere to move it still. And through some odd mechanic, this will, if you leave the Place Anywhere post there, this will become scrappable. Let's see if I can recreate that happened earlier. Let's scrap some of this stuff. We don't need this anyway. Somehow this will become scrappable eventually. So if you place one of these things and then you can't get rid of it, if you leave the Place Anywhere post by it, it will become scrappable or something. I don't know. It worked earlier. It worked twice, so I know it works. So we'll just park that post there and see if this becomes scrappable. What else? Ooh, that's cool. Oh, see, there's so much cool stuff. This castle I've been working on. I haven't really worked on it much outside the live streams. I've pretty much built this... Whoa. I've pretty much built this castle entirely on live stream. For the most part, except for the initial wall repairing. What else do we have? But with this castle... Oh, that's cool. Oh, this stuff is in... Unlock Settlement Objects has these plants. That's where I first saw these. I like these. They're so cool looking. The way they move. This castle I picked up, and if you haven't seen the live streams, let me get to a place where you can see it. It's kind of a mess. I'm working on building like a little town in here, but I've gone through and I've repaired the walls just by putting stone in there, and then added rooms and stuff within, you know. Instead of just repairing this straight across, I went ahead and all these have rooms and stuff in them that I'm working on. And then, of course, there's the security system, which is the main feature of this castle I've been going through. See this? So this is like inside where the wall is. And the security system is what makes this place really special. And I think everyone here has seen it. I'm not going to go through it. But it's a smart security system. And I actually have a video on how to make it, which locks down your settlement if there's an attack automatically. And you can still override and open the doors and whatnot. So anyway, let's see what other menus we have. I want to do some more work on this castle before my next live stream here. I'm not sure when I'm going to build on this next, but I want to do some more work here before I come back here. I want to do some decorating and things like that. All right, so I turned off the organics that we were using. Let's see. Yeah, I know I always like chain smoke when I do these live streams. It's because I feel like I'm actually hanging out with you guys. And, okay, so the billboards, I did these a while ago. Let's see, do I still have the switch for it? These are actually really cool. Organic miscellaneous decor, and I don't have one. What happens if I place 2? Let's see what happens. Let's see if it breaks the game. Probably shouldn't do that. I wouldn't place 2 because only one came on and the other one didn't. Alright. It probably works fine, but I'm not going to mess with it, but it does let you place 2. Let's get rid of that. Okay, so now we have the billboards active. Lots of potential for these. Doesn't break anything. Okay, that's good to know. I didn't figure it would. And, you know, I do like to test stuff like that because it's good to know in advance. Well, you know, with the way mods work, it's, you know, you can break stuff. Like I could store my workbench over there on accident, you know, or with Andrew CX's Pip-Boy color swapper, you could accidentally unequip your Pip-Boy. And that would be, yeah, that's dividing by 0 right there. If you store your Pip-Boy, then you can't open your Pip-Boy to equip it, and then you're screwed. Oh, that's cool. That's a cool billboard. Okay, I see. That's kind of what I figured, Tim. When I placed 2 switches and I turned one on, the other didn't come on. I kind of figured that if I turned them both on, it would still just be on. If I turned one off and the one was, oh yeah, I figured it would probably. And as far as I have seen, your mods are safe, except for some reoccurring thing in Swappa that made the switch kind of reappear sometimes. And I think I actually figured out what caused that, and I just forget. So we have that. Have a nuke. And then these are, okay, it's not removable, but it's scrappable at least. Oh, see, and this little leaf is now scrappable. So, okay, there's a demonstration. Those things that have no collision detection, leave them long enough, and it seems to have something to do with this place anywhere tool. Place it near to this, and eventually it'll become scrappable. Yeah. Now, I like how you use the vanilla scripts to do stuff. It basically allows you... the first place I noticed it, now I don't know anything about making mods anymore. It's been way too long since I have. The last time I made mods was for Morrowind. It was for Elder Scrolls 3. But I liked how one place anywhere came out, and it said that the contraptions workshop was required, and I was like, I wonder why that's required. And then it struck me that there was some script in there somehow that was being used for it, and that's when my eyes got open to how you do some of this stuff. It's like, oh, I see. You can't, you know, add custom assets to PS4, and you can't write custom scripts, but that doesn't stop you from using scripts that are already in the game for your own purposes, I guess. Which is, you know, how you do the stuff you do, which is, you know, really cool. You can't get the big billboards to place anywhere. Wait, let me go back while I have these. Let me... The problem is, and this is the problem with any large structure, is you can't move it farther. Or, you know, that's right there is as far as I can move it away from me. You know, so it's a matter of you just got to place them, and then you can manipulate them better. Let's see if I can place this. I'm going to go out to a big open area. Oh, shit, it's so big. That's what she said. And I've had this problem too with there's some things in USO that are really tricky to place, but once you get them placed, then it's just a matter of, then you can move them. USO, as far as I know, all USO does is just unlock objects that are, it just lets you use objects that are there. Using scripts would be like, I don't know. I'm not the person to explain that. I'm not the person to explain how making mods works. I see what you're talking about. I can't place this. Of course, this is kind of a confined space. Do I have a bigger open area? Let me go around the other side. Well, this should be a big enough area. But let's get one of these other ones. Here. I can get it to place either, and it may just be because it may just be because I don't have enough space. I may have to go to a... If you, in the same menu, navigate to one with a highlight and make it green... Yeah. To test that, let me travel. Let me travel to a place that's big and open. Look at my empty map. Yeah, I made this character and just kind of I used a cheat mod to get her to level 50 just so I could do stuff. So I haven't really done much in the game yet. So let me fast travel to Starlight because this place is huge and open and see if we can get these billboards to place. Okay. Starlight Drive-In. Oh, it's my ball track generator. Is it? Yeah, it is. This is the save with my ball track generator. That was a fun project to build. Where'd I put a bed? I can't see on my TV at night. Here we go. So is anyone else here playing Ghost Recon Wildlands? I like to play open world games. And there's a lot of naysayers and nitpickers about that game. Because there's so many fanboys of... Because there's so many fanboys of the Ghost Recon series, and there's so many critics of Ubisoft games. And you put that together, and there's a lot of shit about that game. Plus the fact that beta was so open and televised on YouTube, so everyone played that first area in Ghost Recon Wildlands like a billion times. But really, the game is incredible. As an open world game, it's awesome. I went to one side of the map and put a waypoint on the other side, and it's like 12 miles across. So the world is like 150 square miles of Bolivia, and it's not repetitive, regardless of what people say, because I've been playing the shit out of the game. People who play the beta or watched a bunch of beta gameplay are like, oh, it's repetitive because it's just go here, kill this cartel guy. But no, it's not. There's so many crazy missions all over the place. Anyway, that game is super fun. The generator. Boy, I haven't been here in so long. It's unhooked now. I forget what state I left it in. Oh, it's unhooked. It's just off. I think what happened is I made, as far as this goes, I made this kind of work too good because I used I used this NOT gate to flip the power signal, which is kind of cheating. Wait, why is it not on? Try to figure out. It's been so long since I've been here. Oh, it's working now. Let me climb up. Yeah, it's working now. Okay. The whole purpose behind this was that the balls go down the track and they hit switches, which give intermittent power signals. And all the intermittent power signals add up to keep this light steady. You see, all the flicking switches... The reason I made it too efficient is what happened is I added a NOT gate to flip the signal. Which means it's like cheating, but it's still, it produces a constant power output from blinking switches was the whole point of this. But it's really noisy and really big, so there's that. Let me turn this back off. But it works by, if you guys haven't seen the video or... Alright, Tim, thank you so much for tuning in, man. I was hoping to get you on this stream, actually. Thank you so much. Let me go back down here and let's turn this off and let's see if we can get these billboards placed. I came here because this place is big and open. Okay, so that should let the balls continue down. Okay. Yeah, definitely not practical. That's the thing. It's like a Rube Goldberg machine for of a generator. It was just designed to be cool. Oh, here's an interesting thing. So we left that switch back in the other settlement. So let's see. Yes. Okay. So the switches work no matter where they're at. Let's see if we can place this. We might have to place it in the ground. And I have a couple of videos I did on that ball track generator, as I call it. Even though it's not actually a generator, it does require power. It has to have power to the switches. Simple limitations of how the game works. Let me get rid of this. And let's see. Damn. Yeah. I wonder. He said something about placing something that would play. I didn't really follow what he said, but this one places. He said something about placing something that does place. I didn't follow that, but see, here we should have enough open area that we should be able to place this. This we'll have to come back to. I don't know why you can't place these. Okay. Now, let's see. Okay, so back to custom vanilla assets. Oh, I'll scrap this crap. That's annoying. Back to custom vanilla assets. Let's see. Okay, so I can't turn these off. The switch that has these on is left back at the castle. So I'd have to go back to the castle to turn these off. It's because it doesn't have any collision if you in the... Oh, thank you. It looks like you just copy-pasted the comment. Thank you so much. The same menu, navigate with a highlight and make it green. Then you can navigate back. Yeah, that's the comment I didn't follow. It's because it doesn't have collision. If you, in the same menu, navigate to one with a highlight and make it green, or in my case, blue. Oh. I think I see what he's saying. Okay. Scrap. Okay, so let's grab one that I can place. I think this is what he's saying. Okay. There, it'll place. Now scroll back. Now, that's what I got out of it anyway, and no, it's not working. Let's try a different one. Let's try a similar one. Maybe. I'm pretty sure that's what he was saying, but... Well, it's not working for me. I'm going to go back to the castle and turn off that... Whoops. Oh, that's what happens when I play different video games. God, start pushing different buttons. I always do that. God. Yeah, have a nuke. Yeah. So let's go back to the castle, turn off the billboards, and try some of these other things. And there's probably some people watching the stream who didn't see earlier some of the special effects you can do or whatnot. And as far as I can tell, you cannot move the tilted walls and stuff with Place Anywhere, which is unfortunate because maybe with the swap a rug, Pooted, I don't know if you're still here, but I know that you've used this custom vanilla assets enough that you have some insight. There's got to be some way to move those, because this gives us tilted floors, but there's no way to put them anywhere but on the ground. There's no way to put one and then, you know, put another one. And I can't even use place anywhere to do it. Okay. So now we can turn this switch off. That's the thing, I guess. See, we were at a different settlement. I had to come back here to turn this off. We played with the organics and the lights. I wish there were more lights. Of course, he did say that custom vanilla assets is a work in progress. So, there's that. You know. I ended up deleting all my mods and reinstalling USO and STS. I would show you my loader, but I can't. With streaming, this is taking up my entire internet. I wouldn't be able to pull up my mods menu to show you. But, yeah, definitely run USO at the very top. Okay, the planks. Let's see if we can work with those planks, because I couldn't really work with the floors. These planks, you see, ideally... Wait, there's one I really like. Let me go to... down here. Here. These are cool. And the idea would be you would make a walkway up with these. Let's see if I can place these... Of course, you know, they won't snap, so we would have to use place anywhere to get this up there. But you see, you can't use place anywhere with them. So, I don't know, maybe one of you guys, maybe I'm missing something. I can place these on the ground, but then I can't place another one, and place anywhere won't grab them. Yeah, see, it won't. Yeah, I can't. If someone else could. Yeah, Pooted, yeah, I don't know if you figured a way to use these, because I think you said something about the walls earlier, or the floor, the tilted floors, but I can't find a way to... As far as finding this mod, which again is called Custom Vanilla Assets, I googled it. I could let one of you guys are probably watching on your computers. You could do it easier than I could. I googled Fallout 4 Custom Vanilla Assets mod, and it came up with the link to the Bethesda page that it's on. So I found it. I'm sure one of the viewers would be kind enough to post a link, or you know, or even just the number, because you know the URL says like Bethesda.net mods Fallout, and then, you know, / mod detail, and then there's the number. If you just had that number, you could just paste it into the thing, but I don't have it. I don't know where it's at. Okay, so anyway, there. Thank you. Thank you, Volts. Okay, so structures. What's in metal? Oh, I haven't even looked at some of these yet. So in metal, okay, metal toggle. Ooh, new toggles. Let's turn it on and see what happens. Turn on the metal toggle. Go back to build mode. Eventually. And whoa. Nice. Oh, that's cool. Oh, wow, that's neat. Oh, dude, that is cool. That is awesome. I like that archway. Oh, wow. Oh, dude, like stadium lighting. Oh, that is sick. You could like, oh, I should have thought of this. You could build the castle and like make it into a stadium and put those things around the outside. Oh, shit. Wow. More stadium lighting. Oh, that's all there is. Okay, so that's the metal toggle. That's what it gives you. Let's turn it off. Some of these menus I still haven't looked through. But then, you know, I've been playing with this mod for an hour and 20 minutes now, so. Okay, metal. So besides the toggle... Oh, that's it, just the toggle. It just has the toggle, okay. What about fences and walls? Wire fence. CVA posts. What is that, I wonder? Oh, they're just different posts? But isn't this already in the game? Yeah. That's just a regular post, so what's special about it? Yeah, I've heard... Hey, Dave. Yeah, I've heard a lot about workshop items. I've just decided not to use it. I was always happy with unlock settlement objects. And now that I finally did break down and get CVA because so many people asked me. I may break down and get workshop items because so many people say that mod is good too. So I don't know what this is for because this is already in the game. This is... if we go down here, structures, fences, junk fence, picket fence. See, that post is already in the game, so I don't know what the point of this is. Maybe unless this is some kind of toggle. No, I don't know what it's for then. No idea. The tall one's true. So yeah, who knows? I thought maybe it was like some kind of toggle switch or something, you know, because like with place anywhere, you know, this is a tool. Okay, structures. Is that all that's in the fences? The wire fence might snap to that. I mean, let's go down here. It might. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Where am I at? USO integrated structures. Here we go. No, no, no. It'll snap to the place anywhere post though, which is highly frustrating when you're trying to use place anywhere on wire fencing. I'll tell you that right now. Okay. So let's go back here. So that's all it's under there. Structures, miscellaneous. Ooh, custom prefabs toggle. Oh, I get excited every time I see a new toggle. Let's see what this opens up. Oh. Alright, custom prefabs. I have no idea what to expect. Whoa, dude, that is sweet. Where is this even from? I don't know. You know, this is from somewhere in the game. I want to place it. Where can I place it? Oh, I can't place it. Well, I'm sure it's placeable somehow. That's cool. Wait, that's it? No, that can't be it. It can't just be that. Let's look in the other menus. Wood. Of course, again, you know, this is a work in progress, so maybe that is all it unlocks for now. Damn, I was looking forward to seeing all the prefabs. There's a defense mod that adds drones. Oh, is that it, Volts? Ah. Oh, well, that's still a very cool structure. I'm sure he'll add more. And power armored defense people. Yeah, there's probably... Well, that's one reason I want to do, like... I should do a weekly mods thing. This game has new content coming out every day in the way of mods. And so many YouTubers have stopped... or all but stopped doing Fallout stuff. And this game is only barely over a year old. This game has a lot more steam left in it. I mean, this game is going to be played all the way until the next Fallout comes. So I should do some kind of weekly mod feature, and I can get to stuff like that, like you just mentioned, Dave. I can, I can show some of these cool mods that some people may never have heard of, and that's, one reason I wanted to do this is because so many people may not have seen this mod. Well, that's cool. It's a wall with a roof texture, which probably won't snap to anything. Can use place anywhere on it. Nope. It's the same as those floors. You can't use place anywhere on it. I wonder why. It's a shame. Structures. There's 2 structures miscellaneous tabs. Oh, this is probably from my workshop thing. Oh, okay. This is probably from that workshop mod I have. That lets me, I got a mod, I guess it just came out, that lets you, move the workshop. I've always wanted to do that. I wonder if I can use place anywhere on the workshop. This is probably a bad idea. Watch it crash my game. Oh, that's cool. So you can use place anywhere on the workshop. That's awesome. Oh, hey, what's up, Uno? What is up, man? Institute turrets. Huh. Okay, so what else? Furniture. Okay, all this stuff, I think this is all from interactive workshop items. I want to make a video on this. This mod is really cool. It adds cool stuff you can assign people to. Like, for instance, let's see. Just things you can interact with. Oops, shit. I forgot the controls to this game because I've been playing other games. Okay. Use the lean balcony. Can I go third person? There we go. Yeah, interactive workshop items adds cool things like this that let you interact with them. Like toilets that you can read the newspaper on and whatnot. I do want to make a video on this. Some of the graphics can look a little weird in first person when you first use them because your character is not... What the fuck? What the hell just happened? I have no idea. Just got home, man. So you finally... Yes, I finally found it. So you just got here. So I searched and searched for it, and after my last stream, I tried several things. I went online on the Bethesda site on my computer. I still couldn't find it. Searching tim-timman, I still couldn't find it. When I searched his name, all that came up was Swappa. What I did was I went to Google and Googled Fallout 4 custom vanilla assets and got the link from there. But interactive workshop items is cool. Now, it looks weird when you're in first person. Basically, you can assign settlers to these, and they'll come and they'll interact with them. So. Oh, but yeah, it does look weird first person. Apparently, I did. I was trying to open build mode, Volts. I was trying to open build mode. I think I set my controller down, and my finger must have bumped that or something is what happened. Okay. Scrap these. So I think all that's in furniture is the interactive workshop items. I need to get on and make a video about this. But yeah, like I was saying, there's so many YouTubers that have moved on from Fallout, and a lot of people are still doing content from this, but I feel like a lot of this stuff is... Oh, these were new, just added by the update recently. Sit by grave. Stand at statue. Sweep floor. Sweep the floor. Oh, that's cool. I can make my character sweep. Wait, will she actually sweep? No, she's just going to stand there with a broom. That's still cool. That's very cool. What else? I like playing with this, seeing what all I can do with some of these. Check shelf, coffee machine, counter, drink coffee. Fix that bike. Fix the bike. Whoa. Where'd my character go? I guess that's something you'd want to assign someone to. But yeah, that's very cool. Okay, anyway, back to CV. I think I found everything that's in custom vanilla assets except for the rest of the organic stuff. So, okay, so Una Bros, you said you just got here. What I did with this stream is I started off just experimenting, learning how to use vanilla assets and seeing what all, figuring out how to use it and seeing what all there was in it. Unfortunately, there's no smoke. I wish there was, but there's not. But there's so many cool effects and other things. Didn't look at the rest of the organic stuff. There's a lot of trees and neat stuff there. Most of it seems to be through decorations, miscellaneous, and the majority of the toggles are here. Let's see what this one does. We turn it on, and this will give us new organic options. Let's see. Do you know how to get the Far Harbor trees? Boy, I haven't even been there in so long. I don't. I couldn't tell you what are or are not Far Harbor trees. I haven't been to Far Harbor in so long. Can't find them in USO. Yeah, that would be the first thing I would say. Well, let's look through these organic menus. I haven't found trees here yet. Oh, this is cool, dude. Oh, that's cool. Then you could, like, place this here. Oh, it won't let me place it there. Well, I mean, you could place anywhere it there, Where can I place this? Whatever, that's still cool. Okay, here's all this kind of stuff. That's cool. You could really go to town with this, for an authentic build, Of course, it's not letting me place it. It's going to take some work to get that stuff to place. Oh, yeah, oh, yeah, you were the one that built the cave. Sorry. I did... Obviously, I checked out the cave because I commented on it. I watched it. That was very cool. It looked very painstaking to make. It was very, very neat. I forgot that was you. What did I come here to do? Oh, yeah, let's build another... So this is the last organic one. So let's see if there's... See what's in this menu. Oh, well, or Uno, sorry, I don't know how to pronounce your name. We actually... there is a way that you can do that, and we actually figured it out. I'll show you. I will show you how to do it. Okay, so here's the stuff unlocked with Organic 4. Alright, so you can remove some of this stuff. We figured it out by accident. Alright, so let's save this. Alright, so once you place that, it has no collision detection, and you can't do anything with it. We found that if you... take the place anywhere post. Oops. Like Okay, thank you. Okay, so we can still move it with place anywhere. But what we found is that if we leave the post here by it long enough, it'll become scrappable. Like if we go do other shit and come back, it'll become scrappable. Let's see. Let's try exiting workshop. Because we found that out by accident earlier. All I know is that some combination of leaving the place anywhere post there and doing other stuff, it will become scrappable. Oh, there. See? Became scrappable. Boom. I assume it has to do with the place anywhere post. Or something. Or maybe it doesn't. Smy. Oh, that's cool. What was I going to say? I never mind knowing how people pronounce their names. And then at least I'm calling them by the right name. You know, my Smy. At least that way, because whoops, because I see so many of you guys, same people in my streams. It might not have anything to do with the post. That could have been a coincidence. That could have been a coincidence, but regardless, there is a way to scrap those. Well, let's try. It could have nothing to do with the post. Let's place this somewhere way far away from my place anywhere post. It won't place. Some of this stuff is tricky, especially the stuff with no outline. Well, darn it, now I want to see if it has to do with the post or not. I mean, organic toggles, yeah, we did all those. You know, are you, don't you live in Norway? Is that right? Am I right on that? I mean, I thought so. I could be wrong. Well, damn. I can get him to place now, so I don't know if it has anything to do with the place anywhere post or not, but yeah. It's been a while since the last thing I did for Fallout. Shit, what was it? I think the last thing I did was my 1000. Yeah, it was my. Okay, I thought so. Yeah, I thought that's why I wasn't sure how to pronounce your name because I live in America and I'm so used to seeing Spanish and things like that, and it would be pronounced Uno. You know. So anyway, I'm always unsure how to pronounce people's names, especially when they're from different countries. I'm like, oh, I don't want to say that wrong. But yeah, the last thing I posted from Fallout was a 1,000 sub subscriber. The 1,000 subs special video, and I want to do some more stuff this week. There's a lot to do experimenting with CVA for sure. Yeah, it's been really fun figuring this out. I think we've gone through everything now. He said that, you know, it's a work in progress. There's more stuff he wants to add. The best so far, the effects, where did I leave my effects switch, is the best so far by far. He did say there's no smoke though. I forget why. He said something with something. There was no smoke. He couldn't find a good model for it or something, which is a shame. But all right, I don't know, man. That might like. Okay, well, let's see. Let's see. If it crashes my game, then I'm just know that I was against doing this. But I should test out this. Let's turn on all the toggles. I just like to use it when abroad. You know. Gotcha, that's cool. Okay, so... yeah, it might take me a second to turn on build mode. So, turning on build mode now... okay, so build mode is loading. It could take a second. Fire FX01. Okay, I'll look at that. Oh, that didn't take that long to load. Maybe slightly longer than normal. Still, I'm only going to do one switch at a time. And also now I have to scroll through all of these billboards. Fire FX01. Let's try it out. Billboards. Okay, here's the effects. Okay. There it is. Fire FX01. Whoa. Why don't I see it? Whoa. Laggy is right. Whoa. There we go. Okay, I'm turning these switches off because it's... You guys see that frame rate drop? Yeah. Let's turn all these off. I don't know if that's what was causing that or not, but yeah, that was a little unsettling. I don't know what would happen if my game crashed while I was streaming. You know, because I run so many mods, my Fallout this game does occasionally crash once every couple days or something. I've never had it crash on a stream. I don't know what that would do. I don't know if it'd ruin the stream or not. Well, damn, I should have left that switch on. So this does have smoke. Some of the effects only work if you select and deselect again. The reason that does put out some smoke. Oh, I have one over here too that I placed over here to see what it did. That now I can't move because they put it in the ground apparently. Well, I can move it with place anywhere. I wanted smoke to come out of that smokestack, but obviously not fire. But I suppose this could be placed correctly. Okay, so first step. Let's turn the effects toggle back on. Next step, get up there to where I could put it in the smokestack. So, come on, build mode. There we go. Okay, so we need to be up the... let's get some stairs. And... Uh-oh. Oh, froze for a second. Wow, people are from all over. Okay, I need to get up there even more. This is not going to work. I need to get up on that smokestack. Gonna have to yeah, that's crazy that there's people here in the US watching this stream, and people in New Zealand and people in Norway, etc., because of the different time zones. Wait, what the fuck am I doing? I'm looking for stairs. Because in Australia or New Zealand it's probably like don't tell me. Shit, it's probably like early in the morning. They're like 7 in the morning or something. And in Norway, it's probably like 11 o'clock at night or something. That's wild. Okay. Here, by the way, here it's 3:15. Okay, let's go one more staircase up. Okay, I need a floor. Smaller floor than that. Okay, now we can kind of see in there. I need a platform to work off of. I want to get the fire's got to be like, you know, in there so the smoke will show, but not the flames. I've been to Canada once. I've been like to the border, but they wouldn't let me there for some reason. Okay. Boy, using place anywhere to get him down there is going to be rough, because you can't see when you're moving it. Well, let's see. Let's get the fire. Fire effects 1. So we want some of this fire. The name of this mod is, well, it's not necessarily new, but it's very hard to find, so some people don't know about it. Yeah, it's Custom Vanilla Assets. It's yeah, it's the name of the stream, Custom Vanilla Assets. And Volts just posted a link to it because it's very hard to find on the Bethesda site. And it's probably only for PS4. Because, you know, anyone with a PC or an Xbox probably wouldn't need this mod because they have a billion other ways to get stuff in the game. So we need to put those... Oh, wait. If we're going to use Place Anywhere, I should be doing it on normal ground. Okay, let me go down here. I'm gonna rest till it's daytime again so I can see and then grab. Use Swap a Floor, Place Anywhere. We could try that. I was going to use the post, but when you use the post, it... Wait, hang on. Let's rest for a second here. When you say use the swap a floor and Place Anywhere, so I think I see what you're saying, because it's hard to place this stuff when you can't see it. Let me try that. There we go. Okay, so swap a floor. All right, let's try this. I forget how to use these, man. I ran into that problem earlier. I forget how to use the damned... Why can't I put this anywhere? I figured how to use these swap pieces. Why can't I put this anywhere? I mean, I guess I could just leave it where it's at, but... Yeah, I forget how to use these pieces. It's not working. Do I have to use the rug on it? Or wait, let's try... Where's my damn Place Anywhere? I've used Place Anywhere so much I forget how to use Swappa. Oh, that didn't work. Shh, I probably moved something I didn't mean to. Yeah, I think I've... See, that moves it, but you can't see when it's moving. But I didn't grab this floor, so... I used to know how to do this stuff. You know, I made that tutorial video how to do it, but the problem is I never used the floors of the rug since then. I just use, especially since this post came out, all I use now is this post. But it's going to be really hard. The stairs, that's right. How do those damn stairs work? I'm trying to remember. Why is my... Hang on, my headset... Oh, hang on a second. Why is my headset making this noise? This headset is brand new. This is a brand new Turtle Beach headset. And I'm kind of sad that occasionally it does this thing. It shouldn't do that. It's brand freaking new. What was that noise? Did you guys hear that? It sounded like someone fell. Weird. Okay. Trying to remember how to use this freaking thing. Okay, so... Oh, I think I remember now. Let me get this post out of the way. I was forgetting to use the stairs. Let's get that out of the way. Let's get this fire out of the way. Okay. Let's get my stairs back. Okay. I totally forget about that. That's where the floor goes. Let's try this. Okay, so I still can't see it when it moves, but that's probably better. Here's what we can do. Here's what we can do. Boy, where's the trigger for those stairs? I'll probably never find it. I don't know. It's over there somewhere. Okay. Let's put more fire on here. What I can do is I can just stack all the fire I need on this. I mean, this is my thinking. And then put this in the smokestack. Let me see. Put the floor in the... Wait. Put a floor in the smokestack. Place the fire where you want it. Yeah, that's true. I could do that, Mr. Wilson. Make sure you place anywhere there. I would, you know, I would think better if I wasn't live on YouTube. Definitely. It's a little kind of a bit of on the spotness. I don't have all my best inspirations. Boy, I wonder what this will do to my frame rate. Well, let's not worry about that now. Definitely think better when I'm alone. Okay. All right, man. Have a good night. Thank you so much for watching. And, of course, this stream will be up, you know, later on my channel if you want to see the rest of it or whatever. Oh, the stairs. There we go. Okay. So now all we should need to do is, well, theoretically, put this down in the smokestack. Oh, wait. How would I do that, though? Fuck. I forgot how to use Swappa. I don't remember how to use Swappa, damn it. Oh well, I'll just see if it works. I'm spoiled by place anywhere. We could probably put it up fairly high because you won't be able to see. Oh shit! I forgot about the flashing thing. It's gonna flicker, flash up and down on me. We can probably put it up fairly high because the smoke. The fire won't be seen from down below. So I could probably put it like here. Where'd the stairs go? Because I don't want to be able to see fire. Well, let's see how it looks. See how it looks from down there. I don't want to be able to see the fire. That's kind of what I was going for. Now, if I'm not mistaken... Okay, that gets rid of the floor. Those stairs, I have no earthly idea because I don't know where that trigger is. Okay, yeah, as I'd hoped, you can't really... Well, you can kind of see the fire. I'll have to redo this. Get rid of this. Let's get rid of all this crap up here. So yeah, I'll take some repositioning. Whoops. Crap. Okay, there we go. But that's kind of the look I was going for. I was wanting. Yeah, that looks really cool. Oh, I left those. Oh, there's the stairs. Shit. I was afraid I'd never get those back. Turn on build mode here. There we go. Huh, those windows are sticking up further through the roof than I remembered. Some work definitely needs to be done here. Those metal screens I put in the windows are sticking. That's sticking way further through the roof. I think that's moved. I think that got budged somehow. Because there's no way I would have put that there sticking that high up. Well, anyway. Forgetting about that. That makes me nervous when stuff moves after you've placed it. I've seen that happen before. See that metal screen in that window? Yeah, it should not be sticking up at all, let alone that much. Oh, the damn stairs are back. Oh, that's my problem with frickin'... I gotta find... Let's see if I can delete it with the trigger. Swappa makes me... I mean, I still use it a lot, and for things like this, you can still use it, but... I scrapped those stairs, and they're back again. I gotta find the trigger for them. Which is, you know, down here somewhere. I've had a problem with those stairs constantly returning without any way to get them back. I mean, delete them. Well, worry about it later. That is the look I was going for in that smokestack. That is very cool. You know, it looks kind of... Well, it's the best you can do. That's pretty cool. That's what, you know, things like that is why I was wanting to get custom vanilla assets, is so that... Of course, you can see a little bit of fire there. I'll have to fix that. I mean, you know. But... That's cool. It kind of gives like a reactor power plant look to my generator up there. Now, what the hell is up with this window? How did it get shifted so high? It shouldn't be like that. Oh, well, I'll deal with that later. Well, that was definitely fun playing with this mod. I'm so glad I finally found it. So glad that I finally found it. I think in 2 hours, we've done about everything we can do with it, or at least, you know, not by a long shot, but we've played with all the pieces and seen what all the toggles unlock. If you guys didn't catch the beginning of the stream, Custom Vanilla Assets mod gives you these little toggles in your menu, which you can place down, and then when you're outside of build mode, you can click them, which turns them on or off, and it turns those menus on and off, so you don't have a million menu options. So if you just want to play with the effects, you can play with the effects. All right, have a good one, Mr. Wilson. I'll see you later. Yeah, I'm probably ending this stream here. I just want to recap real quick. You can toggle those, you know, you can toggle, like, for instance, the effects on, and then when you go to your build menu, in the same menu where you got the toggle, you'll have all the different effects that you can choose from, and we were, you know, messing around with those. You know, cool little effects like poison and alien and blood. And there's so much that you can do with this stuff. It's just really cool. You can add neat little touches to all your structures and stuff if you're on a PS4. Very cool. Very, very awesome mod. I look forward to playing with it more and more. Alright guys, thank you. Thank you for tuning in and helping me figure this out. And I know that it helped some of you figure it out who didn't know how to use it, which is cool. We were able to kind of come together and explore some of the options of this. The only thing we didn't really figure out is how to place those billboards necessarily. We did figure out how to scrap some of the stuff that you're not supposed to be able to scrap. So if you do have a problem with some of the non-static objects, once you've placed them and you can't move them, you can still move them with this Place Anywhere tool right here. And I don't know if it was this tool or not, but we were able to scrap them just by leaving them alone for a little bit. So I figured that out too. So thank you guys so much for watching. And I'll definitely have some new content soon with the custom vanilla assets. I want to make some additions to my settlements, and all the settlements I build from now on are going to have elements from custom vanilla assets integrated into them. So it's going to be very cool. I'm not sure when I'll be streaming again. Probably tomorrow, I guess. Maybe tomorrow. Probably at the regular time. But keep an eye on the channel for new updates and streams. I don't know. We'll see. Thank you guys so much for watching. Later on.